Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. In this one, I'm going to talk to you about something that's actually quite close to me, something I've struggled a lot with in probably the past 2 years up until now, where I've managed to somewhat cure this issue. I wouldn't say it's fully cured because I don't think you can ever really fully cure something. I think once something's there inside of you, and you've got like a habit, or you've got something that you do that you don't really want to do, I feel like it's always going to sort of somewhat be there. And it's just a case of making it as minimal as possible and making it as good as you can be, and being able to control it as much as you can. And in this one, we're going to talk about overthinking, because I think this is a massive thing that holds a lot of people back from doing things in life, and it really will hold you back from your goals and your dreams, and it'll make you waste time thinking about useless shit that doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest. Like, you make things so big in your mind. Realistically, what overthinking is that when something happens, you just can't get it out of your head, and you're always thinking about it afterwards, and you're over-analysing it almost. You're like, oh, what could I have done better there? Why didn't I do that? Or, even if it's something really small, like a really small situation, and something a little bit embarrassing, you overthink it, and you think it's like the worst thing in the world, and you can't get it out of your head. Bro, I have been there. A couple of years ago, I was the biggest overthinker in the world. The smallest thing could happen to me, right? It wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't affect anyone else. No one would even care. But I would still be sat there overthinking it afterwards, because I'm thinking, well, I almost think there's something bad's going to happen. But then the thing is, it's stupid, because like a week goes by, and then 2 weeks go by, and even an hour goes by after this thing that's happened, and you're overthinking it, and nothing actually changes. Nothing's happened. So you're there thinking like, oh, something bad's going to happen soon, but nothing ever does. So you need to realise that actually nothing bad will actually happen. Nothing changes from these little things that you're overthinking, all right? And the thing is, you've got to realise something, right? If you do something and you think it's really bad and you're overthinking it, and you're there like, oh shit, what the fuck have I just done? No one cares, bro. Doesn't matter how many people saw it, no one gives a fuck. They're too busy worrying about their own shit lives anyway to actually give half a fuck about anyone else's life. No one gives a shit about anyone, all right? And this is where this quite selfish mindset of people actually comes in your favour when it comes to things like overthinking, because no one gives a fuck about anyone else, bro. No one's going to go home and think about that embarrassing thing that you did at school today. No one is, bro. No one cares. You don't, do you? When someone does something embarrassing at school, you like, maybe you laugh for a bit, and then maybe you tell your mate, but then an hour goes by, 2 hours go by, a day goes by, and you don't think about it ever again. But that person probably does. He's probably sat there overthinking, thinking, oh, everyone thinks he's a weirdo or something. Everyone's laughing at him. That's not the case. No one cares. No one gives a fuck. And honestly, bro, I was honestly worried about myself for a good period of time, when I was in this sort of period where I was constantly overthinking everything. Every little thing that happened to me, I would overthink it. Anything that went wrong, I would overthink the fuck out of it. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? This is going to happen now. Oh, I'm not very good at this. What could I have done better here? And, it's all a bit of self-analysis is okay, all right? I'm not saying that don't analyse yourself. Like, if you make a mistake, fine, analyse the mistake. Analyse what you could have done better, analyse what you did wrong, fine. But then it stops there. Do not take it any further, okay? Because at that point, you are literally just going to fucking damage your brain in ways you don't want to, bro. And you're going to waste valuable time overthinking stuff when you could be getting shit done, all right? So please, bro, it's something you need to cure pretty much like as soon as possible, because it will start holding you back. You may not think now it's a big issue. You might think, oh, I overthink a lot, fine, whatever. But it can be a big issue for someone. And it was a huge issue for me. And now I've managed to like make it so much better. I've managed to almost cure it in a way where I can get stuff done now, and I'm so much happier as a result. Okay, and I'm so much more confident in myself. All right. So, and the best way, well, I'm going to actually teach you how to do it now. The best way to cure overthinking is, say something happens to you, all right, and it's a really shit thing that's happened. Maybe it's a bit embarrassing, whatever. Rather than you now going home and thinking about it constantly, replaying the event throughout, over and over again in your head, and thinking about everything that went wrong in it, what you have to do in these moments is remain as present as you can. And the way you do that is through meditation, right? You just need to meditate, right? Meditate every day. Practice being in that present state where you're not thinking about anything, all right? If you can be in that present state and not think about anything, then 10 minutes will pass by, an hour will pass by, a day will pass by, and you'll actually realise nothing's changed. And you've not thought about that event in ages, and nothing has changed. Nothing has gotten worse. So if you can remain present for a good period of time after this event has happened, right? Even if after an hour you've remained present, you've not thought about it, right? And then you realise nothing's that bad, and then it pops into your head, but you've still realised nothing bad's actually happened. Do you understand that? Nothing is that, no one's said anything to you. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. So that's the first thing, is being able to remain present in that scenario. Because if you can remain present, you're not going to be thinking about it, obviously, because that's the act of remaining present. The act of remaining present through meditation is not thinking, is focusing on on the present moment rather than the past. Okay, and I understand that men are very we're not very present moment orientated at all, because we're always thinking, we've always got shit to do. We're always thinking about stuff. We're always thinking about what we have to, what we can do better. We're always thinking about what we have to do, the next job we have to do. But that's one of the main things, is actually is remaining present. And then the second thing is realizing, and this is, this will come naturally. This isn't going to just come to you, to be fair. But is realizing actually what I mentioned earlier, is that no one gives a fuck. All right, no one cares, bro. I promise you. There's so much worse stuff going on in other people's lives that they're overthinking themselves, that they are not going to be thinking about what you've done today, or what happened to you the other day, or what that embarrassing thing that happened to you. I promise you, they're not, bro. They're not going to be doing that. They're going to go home and they're going to think about their own shit, because they've got their own shit to think about. So remember that. Remember, even let's say you went up on a fucking stage, right? Let's say you went up on stage. Let's think of the worst, most embarrassing thing that could happen to you. Say you're about to do a public speech. You go up on stage and you fall over instantly. People might laugh for a bit, yeah. And you're going to think this is the worst moment of your life. And you're going to go home and you're going to non-stop think about this. That's a natural thing to do, bro. You are going to do that. But you're going to think, and you're going to think how shit it was. And you're going to want to hide away. And you're going to not stop thinking about it for ages. But what you've got to realise is those people will go home, right? And yeah, they may laugh for a bit. Something like that. They may laugh for a little bit. And they may tell their friends. And they may talk about it for a little bit. But then when a day goes by, and 2 days goes by, and 3 days goes by, they are not going to give a shit, because their own problems are hitting them at the same time, bro. Their own problems are hitting them. And nothing changes. Your life doesn't get any worse because of it. These people aren't going to just hate you because of that. Nothing bad will happen. The world isn't going to fucking explode, all right? Because something embarrassing happened to you, bro. So just relax. I promise you, this overthinking bullshit is just not worth it, bro. Because you have to realise, bro, that we have one life and one life only. So don't waste it overthinking the little shit that doesn't even matter. Because even if something embarrassing does happen, bro, just laugh about it. Just learn to laugh at yourself. Something embarrassing happens to you, laugh at yourself, bro. It's funny. It's not a big deal. Life shouldn't be such a big deal. It shouldn't be as big of a deal as everyone makes it, all right? I understand everyone wants to do well in life. I understand everyone wants to be respected. I understand everyone wants to have high status. I get that. But do not waste your life, your precious moments on this earth, worrying about stupid shit that does not matter, because I've spent too long doing it myself and I'm not doing it anymore. So no matter how bad I think something is, and no matter how embarrassed I am, no matter how shit I think a situation is, I'm never going to overthink it anymore to a point where it just makes me stressed out, because it wastes that time that I've got on this earth. It wastes time where I could be doing something positive, where I could be doing stuff like this, providing value, where I could be going out and fucking conquering the world, bro. All right? So that's it. You realise that no one cares. You realise everyone's got their own shit to do. You this thing has happened to you. You take a deep breath. You remain present. Breathe it out with fucking aggression, all right? Breathe out all that shit. And then you remain present through that moment. And then you've realised nothing bad's happened, bro. You realise that nothing has changed, all right? That's the best way. That's the best way to go about it, bro. And I promise from there, you'll be able to do that constantly, over long periods of time. And you won't even think about it. You'll just remain as present as you can in the moment. And yeah, bro, you will get so much better at it. It's not going to come straight away. I'm not saying that. It takes a bit of work, because your brain automatically wants to think about this stuff that's gone wrong. Your brains are, human brains are quite fucking negative. They just want to think about everything that's shit. But if you can remain present and just realize, start thinking more positively, start being grateful for things that are kind of in your life, rather than focusing on those shit things that have happened, remaining present, you'll be fine, bro. Over a long period of time, you will be fine. All right, man. If you want to go and get involved with my one-to-one mentorship, if you want to state your interest, DMs in the description down below. There's a little link, and my Instagram's on there. That's where you go to state your interest in the one-to-one mentorship. Alternatively, you can book a one-to-one call with me with anything, whether it's dating, social skills, fucking even making money, bro. We do that in there. All right, we'll change your life forever. We'll make you confident, attractive, all that shit. All right, bro. Hope that was helpful. I'll see you in a bit.